Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of the Good Karma Tarot. This is by Carrie Ward. It says, A Beginner's Guide to Reading the Cards. Well, I think this deck is not just for beginners, but is also for people who are advanced in their practice, in their tarot reading practice. So let's go ahead and take a look at this box. It's a huge box, hence why you see me having it in this little pouch. Didn't quite feel like lugging this giant box around in like my purse or anything. But this deck I originally saw from my best friend. So she had the French version, out in Belgium, and she was like, no, there's one that's in English, there's an English version. I'm like, what? So once I saw it, I was like, oh, I love the images. So let's go ahead and open her up. And the cards were kind of separated in here, so again, just liked having them in a little pouch. But let's take a look at this guidebook. It's meaty, it's awesome. It's got a nice, simple layout. So there's a little introduction, just kind of some history behind this particular deck. And I always like to see like why a certain creator did their deck, the way they did. I think it's just kind of nice to take a look at. So I always at least do that. That's, I'll take a gander through a guidebook. I think it's at least appropriate to do that. And then there's, ways that you could read. So this is just kind of, again, outlined for somebody who maybe is just starting off and they just need a little bit of direction, a little bit of guidance. I think that this is nicely done for that. It talks a lot about the major arcana. And here you have these full color images of what's on the cards, which is fabulous. So if you were having a harder time seeing what was on the card, you have it enlarged here, which is great. So it has a little good karma tip. There's a lot about what's going on here. There's a little ditty up at the top here. So if you are just starting out trying to learn a Rider-Waite-Smith system, which by the way, there are a lot of different tarot systems, but if you're trying to learn the system that is called RWS or Rider-Waite-Smith, I think that this would be really good for you to try to get a handle on it because, well, I mean, with an OG deck and kind of looking at the art here, I can, kind of see what's what's going on. It's not hard for me to make the jump from like, oh, this is the Empress card, and and this is the Empress card in a traditional RWS system. So you may want to have the OG deck with you, and possibly this deck, if you wanted to kind of see what was similar, again, if you're just starting out, or if you're seasoned, I think that it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, and then of course you get into your minors, still full color, which is fabulous. Oh, by the way, back here, heck yeah, we have some really good spreads. So I would suggest maybe using at least one of the spreads, but then they also have, the art of storytelling in the tarot, which I was talking about in my last live chat. We were talking about creating just a story with the cards, just having fun so you don't feel as pressured when you're just trying to read the cards. You're just having fun creating a story with the cards. So there's a lot of good stuff in here, Let's see, back here, what is it? We have the acknowledgement. So again, the creator of this deck is Carrie Ward, but then you have the illustrator for this deck, which is Amy Blackwell. So Amy Blackwell. Alrighty. Let's take a look then. Let's go over here. So like I said, I kept it in this pouch because the box is far too big for me. And we have the cards. Well, they are quite plasticky and they are quite shiny. So they do kind of slip and slide around a little bit, but you know what? They're coated enough where, hey, if they get a drop of water on them, they're going to be okay. But also, if you're shuffling them quite a bit, I think that they will stand the test of time. So anyway, it's got good cardstock, I would say, in maybe 300 something GSM. I mean, pretty good, pretty sturdy. But you can see that it is reversible if you do read reversals, as it has just a kind of a repeating pattern on the back. but a beautiful orangey color, very summery to me. All right, the cards, by the way, oh, I forgot to bring another deck out here just to show you. So it's like a smidge, like a normal tarot deck comes up to about right here and ends about right here. So it's not that much bigger than a normal tarot size. So just thought I'd put that in. Okay, let's take a look at the cards. So it's got very simple colors, very simple layout, but I think it gets the point across about what's going on in here. And so what I think is nice is that when you are starting off trying to learn a system, and possibly you're trying to learn the RWS system, this is me just talking to beginners out there, really look at what's going on in the picture. Okay, like for instance, this one, we have King of Cups. So on his shirt, you see there's a bunch of little hearts. He's got a cup here full of water. There's water behind him. Like, what do you feel when you look at this? Like, what kind of person do you think this is with the water and the cups? Like, what does that make you feel? And it's really good to try and read intuitively like that first, you know, while you're trying to learn the meanings, and then maybe journal how did the meanings of the cards correspond with what you got intuitively, and how could you pair those two things together, get them to work in harmony. Because I myself I am an intuitive reader. Yes, I do know the meanings of the cards, but sometimes some things are just blaring through the image, and it may not go so smoothly along with the actual meaning of that particular card, but it's just kind of spirit talking through it, and I just have to go with what my intuition says. So I'm always, you know, hey, learn the meanings of the cards, yes, but also use your intuition. And like I was saying on this past Saturday, a good way to practice working with your intuition and just having fun without the pressure of, ooh, I'm trying to read these cards, did I get it right, did I get the meaning right, is, you know, pull a bunch of cards out and start telling a story. Like, who's your main character? How would you describe them based on what you see in the cards? Like, forget the meanings. Like, what do you see in this picture? You know, and what do you feel is going on? You know, what happens first in your story, second, third, where's the climax? What happened towards the end? How did it conclude? You know, and when you start reading it in more a story fashion, then there's less pressure and there's more fun, and then you get confident with your cards. So as you're learning the meanings later on, it's a lot easier for you to put together an actual like story, which is actually somebody's life story, or a story to the answer to your question. The only thing was, like, I probably would have preferred a little kitten there, but that's okay. You know, she can have a little puppy. And I love the little flower tattoos on some of the people in this deck. A lot of bright, happy people in here. Well, maybe not the tower so much, but, you know, otherwise there's like bright, happy people in here. I like that this deck seems to have a lot of diversity of people, of shapes and sizes, that there's also a lot of like gender neutrality, which I think is pretty cool. That kitten, there we go. Dude. How about that death, right? I don't know. I think that these are just so happy, so nice. How did that card get reversed? I don't read reversals. I mean, I read things in the inverse position, but I don't necessarily read with my cards actually upside down. If you want to kind of slow it down, there's a little settings symbol on YouTube where you could slow the video if you wanted like more time with some of these cards, like just kind of taking a look at them. And then you can also pause the video too if you want to spend more time. Like sometimes I do. I'm like, ooh, I know. I'm like, we need to go back. We need to look at this card a little bit longer. Like, ooh. And I will say, when all the cards are together, because it is such thick cardstock, it's kind of a thick deck to shuffle. See, if you have smaller hands, like maybe it might be a little harder to shuffle. Just kick back, Knight of Cups. Oh, so sad. Man, that devil's being a butthead. I don't know. Like I said, I find the people here very supportive in this deck. There's a lot of use of simple color, but it works. Wonderful color. I think they're able to get across the meanings, but also like a feeling that's going on, you know, with each of these characters. And there we go. At the end of my reviews, I always do a little mini reading. So if this reading connects with you, that's fabulous. If not, then hopefully you just were able to look at some fabulous artwork by Miss Blackwell, who did the art for this, and Miss Carrie Ward, who is the creator of the deck. So, okay, let's get ourselves a little message. What do we have here? We have card 1, card 2, something that somebody who's watching needs to know. All right, card 3, let's put this over here. And let's take a look. We have the 2 of Wands, we have the Moon, and we have the 3 of Swords. First of all, let's get in nice and close so you can see these up close. So 2 of Wands, the Moon. How cool is that, right? And the 3 of Swords. Okay, so let's put this together for a little message. All right, so whatever phase you're in right now, whatever chapter of your life, whether it's the beginning or the ending of a chapter, you know, as you're moving on to a new chapter, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're beginning anew. You know, with the 2 of Wands here, it could just be like the second phase, like I said, just like another chapter, but of, you know, going along the same lines. You may not have all of the information about how to move forward or like what's going to be expected, what's going on. And so this is causing more of a stalling type energy, this 3 of Swords energy here, where there's too much conflict about what's happening next. Like, no, just move forward, just keep going forward. And your head's like, but what? Wait, what's happening? Like, where are we heading up? So we're in this like 3 of Swords energy here. And so what this message is saying is to really find time, some quiet time to meditate and look within, and see if we can take some of these swords out from our heart. They don't need to be in there. They're just creating clutter anyway. Because this is a wonderful new start that you're in. You know, it, like I said, it may not be a brand new thing, but it's like the next phase of that thing. And so, yes, you may not have all of the information, but just feeling solid and good that your heart and your higher self and your intuition are leading you in the best place possible for your highest good is going to give you the confidence that you need to move forward. Because if you don't look within, it's just going to cause more chaos, more 3 of Swords energy here, which is going to put a halt to this continuation of this fabulous journey that you're in. So now's the time to be still, look within, and help yourself to give yourself the confidence that you need. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed this little reading here. Let me know if it connected with you or if it didn't or whatever. Put that in the comment section down below. Let me know if you have the good Karma Tarot. What do you think of it? You know, are you a beginner? Are you a seasoned reader? Do you read this with Oracle decks? Like, what do you do? I place this with Oracle. I've read with it tarot, just tarot, and with Oracle decks. So, you know, it's fine with me. And Lenormand. I read this with Lenormand as well. But anyway, yeah, let me know any comments, questions. Place it in the comment section down below. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. Have a lot of different types of readings. And I also have my room body sprays, my salves. And I have another shop called Desert Cauldron on Etsy. And that's where I have my witchy tools. So I have crystals, I have ceremonial knives, athames. We are going to be making some wands, putting them in the shop. I have herbal teas that I make myself that are in the shop. We have herbs, we have loose incense blends that I also make. We have a lot of really interesting stuff, jewelry and things like that, that we think would be useful in a variety of practices. So definitely check it out. One of the things that we have over there, one of the crystals actually, is this orange calcite sphere. And to me, it's like pure sunshine. So like whatever, special magic work that you're doing, I think who couldn't use a little bit of sunshine? So there's that. So definitely check it out. And I have all the links down below for everything else, like for Patreon and my newsletter and all that good stuff. So anyway, if you guys dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.